Howdy, everybody. My name is Patrick Neff. I am the Chief Gaming Officer and therefore the person overseeing the league for the Texas Scholastic Esports Federation, or TEXSEF for short. We're coming up on the start of our season in about a week and a half, and we want teams to be able to start getting signed up. So, the platform itself that we're going to be using is a platform called LeagueSpot, and I'm going to walk you through the process of getting signed up for LeagueSpot. From a coach's perspective, adding your organization, your school, your campus to the platform, and then inviting your students to that platform as well. There will be other videos coming later on to walk you through some of the extra steps, but this is just getting your organization signed up and getting going. So let's talk about what that looks like. First, you're going to see me paste in a big long link here. I want to point out that this link will be sent to you, okay? You do not need to try and see it up here at the top, and don't worry about that, okay? That link will be in an email going to everybody who's registered through our website. I would ask that you not share that link beyond other coaches. It should not go to multiple. It shouldn't go to students. It shouldn't go to random people, because we don't want to have to be digging through and finding teams that shouldn't exist and things like that. However, as a coach, you should be receiving it, copy and paste it into your bar, and it will take you here to the sign up. Now, I'm going to drop down to the corner so you can see this more clearly and walk you through this process. So, howdy. So let's talk about this. First thing that's going to happen is you're going to have to create your organization, okay? Your organization is going to be whatever school or group you represent, okay? You can have multiple teams under a single organization. So my high school, for example, which I will be creating my account for here, is represented by multiple teams in different games. So I will create those in a bit, and I'll show you that process. But for right now, I'm creating the whole organization. In my case, we have one high school in my district, so my organization is going to be my high school's name. Ball High School. Okay. Now, if you happen to be in a smaller district and perhaps you are running a single district organization, maybe you're combining middle and high school players into a single team because you're a 1 or a 2A school and you just only have a couple of kids that are interested. Or maybe you are part of a bigger district, but you have a magnet campus and your campus has kids from all the different high schools in the area, and you want to have an organization that's based on that district. You could do that. On the other hand, if you are in a district with multiple high schools and each one's going to have its own set of teams, you really need each one to create their own organization, okay? So regardless, I've got my organization name here. I'm going to need to put in my email, my first name, my last name, my password twice, and then I'm going to click on all three of these things. Now, why am I saying that rather than doing it? Well, the reason I'm saying that is because when I do this and sign up with my school address, all that goes away. And the problem is I've actually created an account on here and deleted it multiple times while playing with our system, so it doesn't continue to ask me for all that information. If I delete this, it'll go back to having everything there. If you have previously signed up with us under an email address and you do an email address here, it will do the same thing for you. If you have not, and most of you will have not done this before, you will have to fill out all of that information. So I'm going to put in my password and hope I got the right one. Okay, and I hit register school and it brings me here. Now, this is my organization homepage. I am the manager of that program. You can see my name here. You can actually go to my profile and I could set stuff up for that. You can also change your profile up here. Okay, I could add a picture. I can add a gamer handle, a Discord link, battle.net linked. I don't have any teams or match history yet. So on my organization, I've got Ball High School. I can update this image. I highly recommend a specific mascot or image for your esports group. If you don't have one, go to your graphic design program and see if you can find a student or somebody within your program who's willing to design one for you. I'll be adding mine, but the one I have at school on that computer and not at home on this computer. But our mascot is a tornado, and I had a student design a version of our school mascot, the tornado, with the headset and the controller and everything. It's pretty cool. So, right now you'll see no current standings because I don't have any teams, but that would all show here. Under this little pencil for edit, I could always change my org name if I needed to. It also leaves a place for a phone number. Now, phone number is a choice. You are not required to have a phone number there in order to compete in this league. However, I often recommend that managers do have a phone number there because while we do have a Discord for students to communicate with each other and for teachers to communicate with each other, on game day, if there's 50 teams playing, you're going to have probably 10% of those looking for their players that they're supposed to be playing against and having issues and all that. So I highly recommend having that there because it can give people a chance to click on Ball High School and see, oh, hey, here's the phone number. And they can text me as the coach, and I can say, hey, my players are running a little late, or our internet dropped, or my little urchins haven't shown up yet, and I may have to forfeit, or whatever it is, okay? But that direct communication may be a little easier than Discord. It may not. If you're comfortable with Discord and you just want to use that, you are not required to have that number, okay? Now, you'll notice I don't have any teams here. I can add teams. When I click Add Team, it's going to show me a place for team name and a drop-down for select game. Right now, our league is showing as having Rocket League 3v3, Overwatch, Madden NFL 21 3v3 on Xbox, and the same thing on PS4. Now, couple of things. First, Overwatch is in the winter. You could sign up a team for that. You can go ahead and get them set up if you want to. There's no real rush to do that because that won't happen for several months. Rocket League is starting soon. You'd want to go ahead and set that one up if you've got them. Again, you could have more than one team. You can have 5 teams. You can have 10 teams. Doesn't matter. The other thing, these right now show as 3v3s. We're actually planning to run Madden as 5v5s. I would highly recommend not setting these teams up yet because I'm working with the LeagueSpot developers to get that changed, and it may not your team may not be in the right league if you do it now. So I would recommend wait. We should have that up and running by Monday, September 28th. By end of day, I'm hoping to have that changed over to 5v5s, and you'll be able to get your team set up that way. Once you've created a team, you can go in and add players to it and all that. I'm not going to mess with that in this video, and the reason I'm not is there will be a video on creating your teams created shortly, and that will be posted as well. Now, another thing you might need, you've got your members down here. There are 2 things you can invite. Managers, which is other coaches. Shoot them an email at an email address. Boom. They get an invite. They get a link they can click on, and they can sign up and be part of your organization. I highly recommend this. If you have assistant coaches, if you have other people, get them added. Okay? The other thing you can do here is invite players. Now, this pops up 2 options. There's a comma-separated email address box down here where you can just put in student email addresses and hit send invite. The other option is to create a join link. Now, I'm going to point out 2 things about this link. This link should not ever be confused with your sign-up link for your organization. Okay? This is for students joining your organization. If you create a link and they share it out, other people can join, and it is your job as the coach to manage that. That's where the inviting by email addresses is a good option, because if a kid doesn't show up and give you their email address, I know we're online, so that might mean they shoot you an email or whatever, but player emails are often a better option for controlling who gets to join because it sends them an individualized invite rather than a link that anybody can use. Okay? But if you trust your teams, if you've got them in place and that they know what they're supposed to do, it's not like they get onto a team without you adding them. So if extras got joined in, you just have to kick them off your team. But creating that link is another option. Do not send them this one. They'd be creating organizations of their own. They'd be listed as managers, and it won't let them play. Okay? So that's it. Nice and simple. Once you're signed up, this My Organization tab you have right here, that's what would bring you back to this page. The home page is going to look like this for the league. You'll see small school, big school. So 1 through 3A and 4 through 6A. You'd be able to click on the league, and right now it doesn't show anything because there are no stages set up yet. We don't have players, so there's no reason to have stages. You can also see other participating schools down here, and you'd be able to go click on it. Now, in my case, it's the organization I have, so it just shows mine, but as soon as other teams get signed up, you could go there, and again, that's how you'd go find that phone number and things like that. Okay, so hopefully this helps you get signed up. I want to stop here because I don't want this video to be too long. I talk a lot, and it's a problem. So yeah, please let me know if you have any questions or if you don't understand. But this should be a quick way to get you signed up on TEXSEF, and we look forward to having you compete with us in this first season of our pilot year, trying to show how big and how awesome esports can be in the state of Texas. Thank you for stopping by, and look for a couple more videos walking through things like setting up teams and joining leagues. Bye.